one, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Prescott looks to throw right away.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge it? This is going to be fun. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
The partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Duggan to throw.
The 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And that one results in 35 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Now Prescott. This is intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Duggan now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
19, right. Last day, 19.
Duggan.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. He went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Tackled on the play by Cameron Thomas.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Doug going to look to throw this. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle, 47 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But you look at this defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big
way. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Now Prescott.
That is caught.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
This 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Throwing, Duggan.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
79 Bronco, 70 reach, 70 reach.
Duggan looking to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To throw is Duggan. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. Dugan. The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Duggan
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off play action. Dugan rolling to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Dugan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them, because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dugan.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And his kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Prescott on 1st down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Cam Smith.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense. And they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the Patriots 4-yard line.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
Touchdown, Dolphins!
Jalen Waddle
With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Second down, Jacobs once more. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Prescott on play action.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 and 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Jacobs is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Range alert. Warrior 70.
Off the play fake. Dugan. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dugan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Hey, smash Bronco!
And they'll run again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there.
That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. It's certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have...
And now here's another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Dugan.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Prescott. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott yet again.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6. 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Hey, smash. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Rapid. 18 Rapid. 7 Pirate. 7 Pirate. Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but